आप और आपके अपनों पे सलामती, रहमत और करम हो। दोस्तों, हम पीरा रूल्स 2025 के 200 मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट MCQs कर रहे हैं। सबसे पहला हमारा MCQs है, पीरा इन्फोर्समेंट ऑफिसर मस्ट रिपोर्ट टू। पीरा इन्फोर्समेंट ऑफिसर वो किस को रिपोर्ट करते हैं या उन्हें करनी चाहिए? इनमें से राइट आंसर इज ए, चेयरमैन पीरा को रिपोर्ट करते हैं। बिजनेस मस्ट रिस्पॉन्ड टू कंप्लायंस नोटिस। कोई भी कारोबार को किस अरसे के दौरान कंप्लायंस नोटिस पे रिस्पॉन्ड करना होता है? राइट आंसर इज ए, विद इन स्पेसिफाइड पीरियड। इन्फोर्समेंट ऑफिसर्स कैन इशू, क्या क्या इशू कर सकते हैं इन्फोर्समेंट ऑफिसर? राइट आंसर इज वंस अगेन ए, notice, orders, showcase, notices, etc. PERA may escalate violations to, कहाँ पे? Right answer is courts. Can enforcement officers seize property? Right answer is yes. In case of violations, they can seize property. Enforcement officers must act. Right answer is A, in accordance with rules. Compliance failure may lead to, right answer is fines and penalties. Business must provide what? Right answer is cooperate with inspection. Enforcement officer can request assistance from, right answer is A, police. Appeals against PERA enforcement go to, right answer is A, appellate authority. हमने बड़ा डिटेल इसको पढ़ा हुआ था जब हमने पीरा रूल्स और पीरा एक्ट किया था ना। मैंने बताया था कि इनके खिलाफ जो कोई भी कंप्लेन होगी वो अपीलेट अथॉरिटी के अंदर जाएगी। दोस्तों, मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूँ कि हमने पाकिस्तान के अंदर जितने भी सब्जेक्ट पढ़ाए जाते हैं, उर्दू, इंग्लिश, पाक अफेयर्स, इस्लामिक स्टडीज़, जितने भी सब्जेक्ट हैं, आप नेम एनी सब्जेक्ट, मैंने उसके 5000 से 10,000 मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट वन लाइनर की सीरीज़ का आगाज़ किया हुआ है। मतलब जो बेसिक होंगे उसका, ताकि जो दोस्त जॉब्स वगैरह करते हैं उनकी फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट प्रिपरेशन होती रहे, अपने काम के साथ साथ वो लेक्चर सुनते रहें, साथ ही उनकी तैयारी हो जाए। इसके अलावा PPSC पास पेपर, CS की प्रिपरेशन से मुतालिक, और ये लॉन्ग वीडियोज़ के अंदर सब कुछ मिलता है आपको। शॉर्ट वीडियोस के अंदर मैं डेली जॉब अपडेट्स देता हूँ। सो अलकरम स्कूल ऑफ थॉट्स, ये जो चैनल है ना दोस्तों, इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यूर नॉट ओनली एकेडमिक प्रिपरेशन बट ऑल्सो फॉर ऑल सॉर्ट ऑफ गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स रिलेटेड कैरियर एंड सच स्टफ। व्हाट इज द रोल ऑफ इन्फोर्समेंट ऑफिसर इन इन्वेस्टिगेशन? राइट आंसर इज ए, कलेक्ट एविडेंस, इंस्पेक्ट वगैरह एंड इशू नोटिस एक्सेट्रा। हे इज द राइट आंसर। PERA reports are submitted कब? Right answer is A, annually to the government. सालाना सरकार को PERA report सबमिट की जाती हैं। Enforcement officers are empowered to, किस चीज़ के enforcement officer empowered होते हैं? Right answer is D, all of the above. यानी इंस्पेक्ट कर सकते हैं, एग्जामिन कर सकते हैं, सीज कर सकते हैं चीज़ों को। Appeals against enforcement orders must be filed within, right answer is A, 30 days. Penalties under PERA may include monetary fines, suspension of license, seizure of goods. All of the above is the right answer. Compliance order must be, right answer is A, written and signed. Enforcement officer can issue showcase notice. Who monitors enforcement officers? Right answer is A, Chairman PERA. PERA can impose penalties for, तो गौर से देखें तो राइट आंसर आपको यहाँ पे मिलेगा, regulatory non-compliance. Time frame for compliance after notice is A, specified in the notice. How are disputes regarding enforcement resolved? Right answer is A, designated appellate authority resolve the disputes regarding enforcement, etc. Business must provide what from these four options? Right answer is A, access to documents and premises for inspections, etc. Enforcement officer can request to which department? They can request to police department, they can request assistance from police department for enforcement, etc. From all of these, who is empowered an enforcement officer? कौन है इनमें से? Chairman PERA is empowered as an enforcement officer among all of them. Enforcement officers are required to maintain. What is the right answer? Maintain detailed records of all inspection. A is the right answer. What actions can PERA take for repeat violations? So they can escalate fines and license revocation. A is the right answer. Notices by enforcement officers must specify what? They must specify violations and compliance deadline. A is the right answer once again. PERA has authority to what? A. Issue compliance certificate. Who approves the budget for PERA operations? Right answer is A. Provincial government approve the budget of PERA operations. Enforcement officers can conduct inspection during which time? तो right answer is A. During business hours they can inspect. ये नहीं होगा कि रात को आधी रात को जो है ना enforcement officer जब दुकान बंद है तो वहाँ पे business inspection करने के लिए पहुँच जाए. Only during business hours they can do inspection. Enforcement officer must act in accordance with what? क्या political influence या कुछ और है? Right answer is with PERA rules and procedure. They are supposed to act in accordance with PERA rules and procedure. PERA regulations are applicable to कहाँ पे? Right answer is all businesses in Punjab. Penalties under PERA can include fines, suspension of business operations, and revocation of license. All of these is the right answer. Enforcement officer can, right answer is A, seize documents and goods for violations. Enforcement officer must maintain, right answer is A, inspection and enforcement records of everything, whatever they have done. PERA can delegate powers to whom? Right answer is enforcement officers. Time limit to appeal an enforcement order is, right answer is A, 30 days. What happens if a business ignores a compliance order? Right answer is A, fines and possible legal actions is taken against such entity. Compliance of orders are mandatory. A is the right answer. PERA has power to conduct inspections, issue compliance order, and impose penalties. D, all of them is the right answer. Notices issued by enforcement officers must contain what? They must contain nature of violation and compliance period as well. Can enforcement officer issue show cause notice? Yes, they can. Who can represent business in proceedings? Authorized representative or lawyer can represent business in all these legal proceedings. A is the right answer. What type of violations are handled by PERA? Regulatory and operational sort of violations are handled by PERA. Enforcement officers are empowered to what? They are empowered to issue notices and orders. Can enforcement officers collect evidence? Yes, as per rules. How often must PERA submit report to government? Annually. Who approves the annual enforcement plan? Chairman PERA. Can enforcement officers seize entire property? Yes, in case of violations. What records must PERA maintain? Right answer is A. All enforcement actions and notices are maintained by PERA. Who can file a complaint under PERA? Right answer is A. Any citizen can file a complaint. What documents must business maintain for compliance? Right answer is once again A. Financial records and operational documents. Who supervise enforcement officers? Chairman PERA supervise all enforcement officers. What is the maximum penalty an enforcement officer can impose? As per rules specified in PERA. A is the right answer. Can PERA revoke license? Yes, For non-compliance, they can revoke license. Requirement to be appointed as an enforcement officer. Right answer is A, relevant qualification and experience. Which sector is specifically targeted for regulations under PERA? Right answer is business and trade is targeted for regulations under PERA. Who has the power to issue enforcement orders? Enforcement officer can issue enforcement orders. A is right answer. Primary objective of PERA is to ensure compliance with laws and regulations. Role of Chief Secretary in PERA is to oversee implementation of regulations. Who can be held accountable under PERA? So, any private individual, government officials and business can be held accountable under PERA. Which is not a responsibility of PERA? Right answer is A. Monitoring financial market is not the responsibility of PERA. What happens if a person fails to comply with PERA rules? So, he or she can face penalties or imprisonment. What powers does PERA have over businesses? They can inspect and enforce compliance, they can revoke any license, and they can close any business. All of them is the right answer. Which entity issues regulations under PERA? The Enforcement Authority issues regulations under PERA. What is required to become an enforcement officer? Right answer is A. Background in law enforcement and regulatory matters. A is right answer. Who is the chairman of Punjab Enforcement and Regulatory Authority? Who is the chairman? Right answer is A. Chief Minister. Where is the headquarters of Punjab Enforcement and Regulatory Authority? Is in Lahore. A is right answer. What is the primary function of Enforcement Authority? To regulate and enforcement policies. Who is responsible for enforcing regulations under PERA? Enforcement officers are responsible. And last but not least, the PERA Act applies to which region? Right answer is Punjab.